yourself wondering how you can turn some basic tech skills into a serious income stream using literally nothing but a laptop and an internet connection, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're breaking down exactly how to earn money with cloud coding in 2026. Now, making a living from home with just your laptop, I know, it sounds a bit like a stretch, right? But the reality is, right now, cloud engineers and coders are literally earning lakhs of rupees working 100% remotely. And honestly, the absolute best part about all this, the barrier to entry for your hardware is shockingly low. You don't need some massive, ridiculously expensive computer setup to get started. A standard laptop and decent Wi Fi, that's your ticket in. Okay, so let's dive right into this. Here is our agenda for today. 1. What is cloud coding? 2. 4 ways to earn. 3. High income cloud skills. And 4. Your 4-month roadmap. All right, kicking things off with section 1. What is cloud coding? First off, let's clear something up. Cloud coding isn't some invisible magic. All it really means is creating apps, websites, AI tools, or setting up servers. But here's the kicker. Instead of hosting them on your own physical computer sitting on your desk, you're building them on massive established platforms. We're talking about leveraging industry heavyweights like AWS, Google Cloud, or Microsoft Azure. You're basically building digital tools directly on the internet's backbone. And this is a complete game changer for how software is built today. Think about it. Your local computer, the hardware you actually own, it naturally has physical limits, right? Processing power, storage, it eventually maxes out. But the cloud, you don't need a supercomputer anymore because you are leveraging someone else's infinitely scalable online servers. You're essentially just renting massive, mind-blowing computing power. Moving right along to section 2, 4 ways to earn. So, how do we actually make money here? Well, the first major avenue is freelancing. If you go on platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, or Freelancer, they are absolutely packed with clients who are actively searching and paying for these specific skills. They need competent folks to handle website deployment, complex server setups, managing critical databases, integrating AI automation, you name it, plus cloud security. Businesses everywhere, large and small, are outsourcing these crucial tasks every single day. But hey, maybe you want a more traditional job. The sheer earning potential there is staggering too. Just to put it into perspective, the average starting salary for a beginner remote cloud engineer in India sits confidently between 4 lakhs and 10 lakh rupees a year. That is an absolutely fantastic starting point for an entry-level gig that you can execute right from your living room couch. Now, if you've got a bit more of an entrepreneurial spirit, the third way to earn is building your own SaaS tools, software as a service. Think about the reoccurring monthly subscription revenue you could generate. You could use your cloud coding skills to create an AI chatbot, a slick professional resume builder, a secure online storage app, or even workflow automation tools. The beauty is, you build the software once on the cloud, and you sell access to it globally over and over again. And avenue number 4, content creation. You could absolutely start a YouTube channel teaching others exactly what you're learning about cloud coding. The tech education space is massive right now. By simply sharing tutorials and documenting your own learning journey, you can monetize that newly found knowledge through YouTube ads, lucrative tech sponsorships, and even affiliate marketing for the very cloud platforms you're already using day to day. Which brings us to section 3, high income cloud skills. Okay, to pull all of this off, there are 7 key high income skills you need to focus on, but don't look at them as just a random list of isolated subjects. Think of it more like a giant puzzle. Linux and Python, that is your absolute bedrock foundation, the core operating system, and a super versatile programming language. From there, you build up with Docker and Kubernetes, which are essential tools for packaging and smoothly running your apps. Once those are packaged, boom, you deploy them onto the AWS cloud. And finally, you top the whole shebang off with high-demand specializations like AI automation and cybersecurity. You see how they logically stack on top of one another? That stack is exactly what makes you an incredibly valuable asset. All right, let's map this out practically. Section 4, your 4-month roadmap. Here is exactly how your timeline builds out month by month. Month 1 is entirely about the fundamentals. You're just getting comfortable with Linux and wrapping your head around those basic cloud concepts we just talked about. By month 2, you're getting your hands dirty. You learn AWS and actually start deploying simple websites to the cloud yourself. Month 3 is where you add the logic, starting with Python automation projects to make those cloud systems smart and efficient. And month 4, that's the payoff. You take everything you've built, put together a professional portfolio showcasing your work, and you start pitching for those lucrative freelance gigs. Now, I want to highlight a quote directly from our source material that really hits the nail on the head. If you stay consistent for 6 to 12 months, you can build a real online income. Look, cloud coding is undoubtedly one of the highest paying skills out there today, but let's be real. This is not some get rich quick scheme. It absolutely requires your dedicated, consistent effort over half a year to a full year to truly master the craft and establish that reliable income. So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Those infinitely powerful online servers, they're waiting. The clients and the companies,